The Shiba Inu very recently reached zero. I am not making this up. I am deeply worried about this. More people are suspicious than ever before in our town. An immediate message was delivered by Shytoshi. I can't take this anymore. Analysts in Wales, however, are keeping a close eye on it. As things were spiraling out of control, they made some huge moves. In the long run, you could come to regret not giving it the care it deserves. What in the world is happening? Also, why should you give this your undivided attention? Allow me to clarify. Important notice. All eyes in the Shiba Inu community were on something quite surprising today. You can follow the daily burn rate of Shiba Inu tokens on Twitter. In case you haven't heard, burning tokens is important because it lowers the supply, which means the value of the tokens that remain could go up. It has a direct bearing on the scarcity and value of Shiba Inus, making it one of the most essential indicators for the breed. Every day, there is typically a constant flow of tokens being burned. Nevertheless, an incredibly unexpected event transpired today. A zero was recorded for the burn count. An extremely odd and unexpected occurrence. The burn rate has dropped by 100%. Everyone is talking about this unexpected change. People had grown used to the daily burn numbers, and keeping track of them became second nature. This is a huge shock to the system because the burn rate just stopped. Because nobody saw this coming, there is a great deal of anxiety and conjecture in the neighborhood. There is widespread disbelief among Shiba Inu owners. Since the 0-point drop is so unusual and noteworthy, it has many people gasping for air. Many are wondering why the fire has subsided, and what this development portends for Shiba Inu in the future. On the other hand, I can see this as a malfunction that will eventually go away, or as a planned halt. It's also conceivable that we haven't heard about any fresh updates or developments yet. No matter how you slice it, the Shiba Inu community is going to be buzzing about this 0% burn rate for quite some time. Astonishingly, the number of burning has dropped to nil, although whale activity has increased significantly over the last day. Shiba Inu large trades have increased by 135%. It is possible that the burn rate condition is related to this increase in whale activity. There are a number of possible interpretations based on the circumstances. Maybe they see it as a chance to buy or rebalance their portfolio. Some may have rethought their tactics or speculated about the consequences of this change in response to the abrupt end to burns. Something major may be happening behind the scenes given the increase in whale activity and the zero burn rate. It might be a response to the sudden decline, or whales could be looking forward to something that might affect the value of Shiba Inus in the future. It's encouraging to see that both investors and the Shiba Inu community are making efforts to understand these peculiar events. Lots of people have been saying that Shiba Inus are going extinct and that we shouldn't anticipate them to get any bigger or taller lately. One possible explanation for today's burn rate decrease to zero is this kind of discussion. Quite a bit of community turmoil and worry appears to have been sparked by this scenario. One of the main figures behind Shiba, Shytoshi Kusama, has sent an urgent message in reaction to all this noise. There is a great deal of conjecture and ambiguity over the future of Shiba Inus, thus this message is quite important. The locals are on edge as they try to make sense of the sudden cessation of the burn rate and the subsequent increase in whale activity. Given the current situation, it would be helpful to have an official statement that addresses concerns, dispels myths, and explains the next steps for Shiba Inu. And the story goes like this. Shytoshi Kusama recently wrote on XF that he has always thought about what's best for Shiba Inus. This remark was made as he was conversing with a member of the community. Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican rapper, and Kusama started the conversation by sharing a Spotify link to one of his songs. In the wake of Hurricane Maria's 2017 destruction, this song pays respect to Puerto Rico by highlighting the island's resiliency and fortitude. In a compassionate response to the song, Kusama shared his desire for the island to find peace through his prayers and thoughts. Following the disastrous hurricane, Kusama ridiculed the island's inhabitants for escaping to a life of luxury elsewhere in a subsequent remark. He implied that these individuals will, in due time, have to deal with the results of their conduct. Given all the recent fuss about Shiba Inus, this is, to say the least, surprising. It reveals another side of Kusama, one who is reflective and sensitive to human situations outside of the Bitcoin realm. His action exemplifies Kusama's unwavering compassion and active participation in community and global affairs, especially in the face of the challenging circumstances surrounding Shiba Inus. It might serve as a gentle reminder that there is an actual human being behind the public image, and that person is passionate about creating a positive influence in the Shiba Inu ecosystem and beyond. One commenter, Sadie2204, spared no insults in her criticism of Kusama's piece. They were critical of Cal and other prominent Shiba Inu individuals, including Kusama. Those are some really serious charges. To label someone immoral means their behavior is morally reprehensible, and to call them fraudulent means they are dishonest and deceitful. The extreme dissatisfaction and lack of faith in these leaders are shown by these nasty remarks. Disagreement escalates into an assault on their character and integrity, which can have devastating consequences. Some people of the community are already very unhappy, and this kind of criticism just makes things worse. And now things start to get intriguing. In reaction to the user's scathing remarks, Kusama responded strongly. His justification was that he has always cared about what's best for Shiba Inu and intends to carry out the goals established by the breed's original anonymous originator, Ryoshi. Kusama has made it plain that he will follow through on this goal despite the naysayers. Decentralization was key to Ryoshi's vision, which sought to have the Shiba Inu community govern themselves. Kusama took over as leader of the Shiba Inu project in 2022 when Ryoshi quit and deleted all social media posts, and the dog breed became a major player in the cryptocurrency industry. The ecosystem team's efforts to keep the project going forward are undeniable, notwithstanding the steep reduction in Shiba Inu's price from its peak in October 2021. They've released Shiba Hub, built their own Layer 2 solution called Shibarium, and now implemented automatic burns to control the token supply. Critics in the community persisted in their attacks despite the team's best efforts. More and more people are becoming increasingly frustrated with the project's performance, as shown in the most recent comments. Many think the group hasn't done nearly enough to restore Shiba Inu to its 2021 glory. In October 2021, the price of Shiba Inu hit its peak. After that, though, its value plummeted, as did that of many other tokens. From its peak, the Shiba Inu is 83% lower now. Under Kusama's leadership, the Shiba Inu team has been looking beyond the project's price swings to its potential for long-term growth. Shibarium and automated burns are just two of the innovations they've been working on to lay a better groundwork for what's to come. But fresh information has emerged, and it might alter the course of events. Shiba Inu prices could be heading back up to late 2021 levels, according to a newly discovered market indicator. Charting Guy, a market analyst, predicts that the token's price may soon begin to rise again if it breaks out of a symmetrical triangular pattern. The researcher has seen a significant pattern in the Shiba Inu price movements over the past week. It's a symmetrical triangle that has been forming over the past several months. With the lower trend line emerging in May, this pattern took shape following the March peak and subsequent fall in the price of Shiba Inu. These lines are starting to converge, which could mean that Shiba Inu is about to enter a breakout phase after a period of consolidation. Shiba Inu has been doing well in recent market data. There has been a marked difference in the amount of Shiba Inu sold by bears and those bought by bulls since the middle of September. As an example, on September 20th, 3 trillion Shiba Inu were bought by bulls, which was 117 billion tokens more than sold by bears. Since the beginning of September, this excess demand has not been this large. In addition, Into the Block data shows that with a small dip on September 18th, daily large Shiba Inu transactions have continuously surpassed 1 trillion tokens since September 16th. The recent surge in bullish trade activity, the decline in burns, and the rise in whale activity all contribute to a complicated picture when all these updates from today are taken into account. Despite worries about the 0% burn rate, Shiba Inu may be preparing for a big rise thanks to the high level of purchasing demand and the possible breakout pattern. However, how do you feel about that? Leave a comment below. I'm interested in hearing what you think. Click on one of the videos on the screen if you're interested in finding out more. We have reached the final segment of this video. Give the video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments if you found it entertaining.